This is the GR-Ronsearch XLS Roncore. Standing 13 inches high, 8 inches wide, and 12 inches deep, the XLS Roncore is a two-way stand-mount loudspeaker that has a few interesting features. Developed by my new company, GR-Ronsearch, the Roncore uses a number of never-seen-before technologies that I am bringing to market. First, taking a look at the front, we can see that the speaker is using a soft dome tweeter and, of course, a paper cone woofer. Now, the screws on the front are made from silver-coated copper that have been hand-polished by my son, Elliot, and each screw takes him between 4 to 48 weeks to complete. Now, we have noticed that the screws that take longer to polish do sound a little bit more refined, so for an upcharge, we can add a few more weeks to each screw, giving you the best sound possible. Now, the paint job that you see here is actually done by hand, and it's done by my daughter, Georgia. We've experimented with a number of different paints, and we do believe that Benjamin Moore's Wythe Blue does indeed sound the best, especially when you close your eyes to listen. As for the installation of the drivers, I have left this part to Natalie, and considering she's only 5 and has limited experience with power tools, I cannot accept responsibility if your speakers don't work when they arrive. Now, don't worry, Natalie has mentioned that calling her is an option, but she doesn't have a phone, so I don't know, just sending a letter might be your best bet for any kind of troubleshooting. As far as performance, the moment that we've all been waiting for, this speaker will do things that no other speaker on this planet can do. As you can see, on the back of the speaker, you will find a traditional port, but below is something that no one has ever seen. With 7, count them 7 different configurations of tube connectors, we here at GR-Ronsearch has taken what Danny of GR-Research has done to a whole new level. After many minutes of critical listening, we have noticed that some tube connectors might sound different from others depending on some factors that are currently being trademarked. Without giving away all of our secrets, I will tell you that the top pair is for listeners who place their speakers 1 to 2 feet away from the wall. Now, this top row of tube connectors is actually not part of the audio path, so you will be able to hear a purity coming from your speakers close to the wall without the interference of music playing through them. As for the second row of connectors, we have custom voiced these to work only with Diana Krall music. The connectors are actually jumped to the top row of connectors, so everything that we just mentioned about those connectors also apply here. Now, the third and fourth connectors are actually taking some of Danny Ritchie's ideas, but we're pushing the envelope. You see, Danny often uses a bypass cap on the tweeter circuit to lift the top end, and while that's great and all, we at GR-Ronsearch weren't satisfied. What we're actually doing is bypassing the bypass cap. So yeah, who's hey everybody now, Danny Ritchie? Now the fifth connector is only connected to sonic caps, but the sonic caps are not part of the signal path. This will give listeners a chance to hear the sound of a sonic cap without knowing what it sounds like without the signal. While that might seem a little bit strange, beta tests show that this is a great way to cleanse the audiophile palette and will actually give listeners a chance to prepare themselves properly for the full impact that sonic caps have to offer. Which reminds me, the sixth pair of connectors is where things get really exciting. Now these connectors are also connected to sonic caps, but they're also connected to internal tube connectors after the caps, which we have noticed might make a sonic difference on Thursday evenings after 7 p.m. For the rest of the week, we do encourage you to try the first connectors jumpered to set number 4. Just make sure you change the polarity twice before you critically listen. Oh, just a really quick tip, and this is for my buddy Michael. If you have a pair of horn speakers, you can actually take your horn speakers, plug them into this connector, and then sit there for a few minutes, unplug them from the actual tube connectors, then plug your stereo back into the speaker, into those same tube connectors, and these speakers will sound a lot better than your horn speakers. You're welcome. As for the final set of tube connectors, these are designed to work when the speakers are placed no closer than 237 feet away from the front wall. In the event where the speakers are any closer than that, GR-Ronsearch cannot and will not be held responsible for the catastrophic consequences. You have been warned, and this is not a joke to take lightly. And folks, there you have it. With the new era of hi-fi, GR-Ronsearch is pleased to announce the greatest loudspeaker development of the year. I am excited to see what you all think of the XLS Roncore, and with that, I will see you GR-Ronsearch loving audiophiles in the next video.